guys, it's Lynn here. I hope everyone is having an incredible day. Now guys, this morning we've had a bit of a polytunnel disaster. As you can see here, this is Hans's beautiful, big tall golden fella, as we say. We think it's possibly could be a Cactus variety. And as you can see here, look, it's fallen over and snapped in half. So it's a bit of a disaster. Now, I got up this morning and it's a lovely, bright, dry day today, nice and mild. So I decided to open up the polytunnel here. As you can see, we're still in the process of putting a few things away because we're going to be lining the floor in the next few days with terrapolin and also some very thin foam as well to go on the top of it to fully insulate the floor and to stop the problem with the damp, as you can see here, rising up through the tiles. So it's going to keep it drier and also more insulated. So obviously all this is going to be coming sort of back out again while we lay the floor down. So it's going to be fun and games, keeping us busy again. That's the next project. But obviously we're airing it out as much as possible to get as many plants dry and to avoid any condensation or humidity in here. So it's a bit sad to see this. Now the good news is the plant has snapped a clean break there, and although it looks worse than what it is because it's black in the middle, what happened is this is one of the plants that unfortunately when we did have the storms we didn't notice it straight away. It did actually fall over and it snapped in the middle here, and we propped it back up again because it was only slightly snapped, and it went black then at the side and formed these pustules. Now the good thing is with this, it looks a lot worse than what it actually is, guys. It's actually quite hard there rather than rotting. Obviously Hans is going to cut it clean and obviously tape it around and treat the top part here as a cutting. So he's now got two plants instead of one, so there's always a bonus to everything. And this bottom half, which is very healthy here, can just be probably just cut again to make sure that there's no black left, and that would just side shoot again and there'd be no problem there. But it's just a shame. It's a lovely big tall plant, but as I say, carries on. And in nature I often find these plants often get attacked by birds or winds, and they often find them snap in nature and the bottom half will repropagate from the ground and that. So it's just sort of what happens, and again it's sort of a bit of a natural disaster, I suppose. But just mention about these black pustules, what a great opportunity to talk about this. Now I have made a video on black spots and pustules on tall cereus cacti. It's particularly common on cereus varieties and also cereus, but other types of cereus as well. Now it's different to rot. Rot is soft and can often be black, and that's lethal. This is actually more of a stress signal that these plants tend to give off. Obviously this plant's been under stress. It's been through very busy 2 house moves. It's come from Stockholm in Sweden, and it had an amazing growth on it all through the season, and it took a bit of battering, as a lot of the plants have during the house move. But as I say, it's repairable. And plants are incredible things. They have little war wounds like all of us when we go through types of stress. And the plant does, where it's possibly been bruised during the move, it's formed little sappy deposits of black, like oozes it out. And as I say, this will scab over, and you see it's probably here where you see the scab in there. It's sort of natural, that's what happens. I'll show you what's happened to some of the other plants as well. It is common, and it's not rot, it's just a sign that the plant's been damaged, and sometimes it can be stress. Sometimes if you spray them with bug sprays as well, it can sometimes do this as well. As I say, it's just an outer thing on the skin that's causing this to come out, but over time it will callus over and it just goes into like a white silvery scale, so this isn't a problem. And this here isn't actually rot as such. Again, it's down to bruising, but we're going to be cutting this away and treating it as a cutting. But just wanted to show you a bit of a disaster to wake up to this morning, so that's sort of the first thing we woke up to see. But as I say, it's repairable. Cacti are amazing things, and just show you what's happened there. We've had a few disasters in our greenhouses over the years, but it's always worked out okay. I'm just going to show you here. It's another example of them black pustules when they get damaged, and that's formed a complete dried up scab now, so that's not harm. And these are the past ones. This is on Scopicola, Trichocereus, and there you see just goes into scab. Sometimes it can be down to high humidity as well. If Fortunately, the humidity here in Ireland is very, very high. We've had nothing but rain constantly for a good while. It's been horrible. This is a lovely dry day today, and sometimes that can also cause pustules to come out. But as I say, we're going to be letting all these plants fully dry out now for their winter rest. We're going to be getting a heater organised in here. Powerful heater we're going to be having, so that's going to help dry a lot of them out. As I say, we're going to be fully insulating the floor, so stay tuned for that video in the next few days of insulating the floor. That's going to stop a lot of the damp and just show you what wonderful news that's happening here. Look at this tested area, guys. Look at that. This is a bit of an update. Healthy, happy growth on that. Beautiful. And as I said, we have a lot of buds and flowers coming up on here. And as I say, this is the first year that we've ever overwintered them in a polytunnel, so we're going to be keeping a close eye on the plants. Any that seem to be in distress or it's too cold, we're going to bring straight into the house. So it's just a case of assessing them every day, how they get on. But it's still very, very mild here in Ireland at the moment, so we don't really have to worry about the heating yet, thank goodness. And just wanted to update you on that then, guys. So guys, I want to send you loads of love, heaps of happiness and tons of plant power. As always, from Ireland. Till the next video, guys. Bye.